All right, Aries, this one's for you. So this is for the period of September 2nd through the 11th. What we have here is the effect on your mind or mental state, your body or physical, and your soul or spiritual or emotional state. And during this time, we have what's called loss. This is Saturn in Pisces. And what this is referring to is there's an old way of thinking or an old idea or some truth that you've been revealed that changed the way you used to look at something, and it's kind of a biggie. And when these kinds of things happen, it can absolutely be a loss, and we can, in a sense, mourn the old way of thinking as we are in some cases thrust into this new worldview that sometimes takes a little while to adjust to. And so it's okay, it happens. Several times in our lives we come across these things where we maybe learned something about someone we looked up to, or maybe discovered something about the organization we work with that maybe we weren't aware of and we're not really on par with. There's a lot of these circumstances that can change our worldview and can be a shock. It's okay. We always come out stronger in the end of that because it gives us an opportunity to reevaluate where we stand. And oftentimes in circumstances like this, we can be proud that we can look at this old way, recognize it doesn't serve us any longer, and move on. Of course, there's a loss, and we'll feel that, but it gives us the ability to move on. So just be prepared for that mentally. Now, physically here, we have an interesting combination. It's the moon in Cancer, and what this refers to is there being a one way to look at that is an inconsistency. Another way to look at it is an unpredictability during this period of time physically. And this is related to another as well. So there's this idea of a person that will lead you towards some kind of behavior that is going to lead to some kind of unpredictability. So like, for instance, if you have a buddy that says, hey, let's go hang out or party or whatever you do, and you wind up in a situation that you wouldn't normally be in, and you wind up intoxicated or in a weird circumstance that you wouldn't normally be in. So there's this level of sort of unpredictability, and how far that can go is kind of up to you, and to what degree you give up that agency, and to what degree you give in to it, right, from this other source, this other person. Now, as far as the soul part is concerned, this is a very sort of strong energy that is also a warning, okay? Because what we're dealing with here, we have Mars and Scorpio, and these are both very powerful energies, right? Mars is certainly a dominant energy, and it's a driving force. It's very root chakra, getting things done, being in the front of the line type of thing. And then you have Scorpio, and Scorpio is this idea of power, but quietly. Scorpio never throws the first punch, but very often can throw the last. And so when you put these two together, the term that they use is revenge, and that's actually very apt because it's the Scorpion that is able to wait until the appropriate moment and to exact its revenge, right? But the warning here, since this is falling in the soul section, the warning here is to either A, look out for and recognize that there's potentially something that you have done to somebody and they're going to want payback. And that can come in many different forms. That can come in even just them speaking ill about you in front of people. That can come to a threat from them, or them doing something to attempt to hurt you or to damage your reputation, money. There's a lot of different ways that people can go about that situation. And then on the reverse side is it could potentially be where you are faced with this opportunity to exact that, and you can be put in a position to either act on it or not, and that choice is yours, right? And so consider that as we move forward through this period of time, that sometimes it's better to take the high road, and sometimes we give in to our more base desires when it comes to this type of thing, and typically speaking, more can come from forgiving and turning our enemies than exacting revenge upon them. but there's multiple circumstances where sometimes that's not even possible, and I understand that, right? I mean, we have to be real. So that said, though, it's an exciting week. There's a lot of dynamic going on. If you have any particular questions, you can give me a call or a text message at that number, or an email or direct message. I do answer my emails and voicemail, and we can discuss your particular circumstance any further. Okay, otherwise, we'll see you in about 10 days, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot.